Hi everybody. Um, I decided to do this broadcast, this live in broken English. I mean my broken English, because maybe this project could interest many people and just only French people. In a minute, I will explain you why this project is very um, notable, exceptional, and why I decided to unveil it now, today. Um, so I will wait a little bit. Just to say this, of course, this video will be on replay on YouTube and maybe on other platforms. I don't know. For the moment, I hope you hear me correctly. Okay, 3 people watching. Cool. Okay, what is this project? Actually, it's a very old project. I became in 2007. It's very, very, very old project with quite famous writer, musician, global artist from Japan named Kenji Siratori. And Kenji used to write some very strange book, actually, with what we used to call automatic writing. And he has a very dark and strange cyber something universe. It's very strange, it's very dark, and sometimes it's very spooky, and I don't know if the right word, but so in 2007 I contacted him because at the time he looked for other artists and musicians to play with. Actually, I was very young in this kind of experimental noise music, avant-garde, and call it the way you want. And so I don't know why, but I decided to say, okay, let's do it. It's very strange. So I contact him. He sent me a text right on the file, and an audio file with his voice saying the text, and it was very, very, very strange. But I say, okay, let's do it, and I try to work on a very, very, very big piece with kind of noise and a cello. I play an actual cello, and a lot of distortion and a lot of strange thing and a lot of sound design, and that's why it can be very interesting today to unveil and to make this project happen. Why now? Because actually I have a label that would be interesting by this project. So let's start. My goal for these 3 days is to share with you my rediscover of this project, because actually I don't remember a lot about it. I know it was very, very noisy, but I have to rework on it, and I presume that some of the plugin did not exist anymore, and I have to maybe redo some stuff. So let's start with the folder. I just retrieved on an old hard disk. So let's go on my desktop. No, excuse me. Okay, it's here actually. Not here, not here, here. Voila. So this is the folder I found. As you can see, 2007 June. Actually, I already opened some of the files. This is why you see aujourd'hui, today in French. Here, so I shit a little bit, so I because I opened the intro, for example. The intro is the first track we'll listen to when trying to understand what we can do with that. So in this folder you have many things, and I see also some Maxim SP stuff. I don't know if I actually use it. It's strange to see that I have some Ableton Live for the outro. All this percussion interlude, I really don't know what is about and how it sounds. Solo session, I think it's just when I recorded the actual cello, there is some voice. I don't know, even with the untitled thing. Okay, so let's start with the intro I already opened. So now what I have to do, I think, is to say to Pro Tools to output on the Streamcaster eLive app. So yes, I have to reopen it. I have to say that because I stream at the same time, my computer become really slow because of that. So sorry in advance if things can be a little bit slow, but so I think today we will concentrate on the intro first and maybe open another project. Okay, first you can see here that many of the input and bus and everything are not available, so it's not a problem. So this is a session. I just want to be sure that something can be okay. I think you can you can hear something. Okay, please tell me in a comment if you hear something, because I think I can see the comment in YouTube right now, but there is a delay. So okay, let's listen to it. It's very short, in 1 minute and 30 seconds. So let's listen to it together first. Okay, excuse me, I can't move anything because the computer crashed. Let's do it again. Wow, it's pretty yes, it's noisy and it's really effective. I think it's not a too bad intro for this kind of project. So as you can see, there is not so much tracks. Okay, there's this. I think it's bass, and that's one. That's why I call it 4S monster, because I think it's 4S for 4 strings. So I'm sure it's bass guitar. So let's try to hear this track, the first track, without the defacer plugin. Defacer plugin, it's a free plugin with a kind of destroyer sounds and distortion and all this kind of thing. Very noisy plugin. Actually, I love distortion. I think distortion is the most important effect for sound design and even for mixing now. And when I talk about distortion, I don't think only about distortion pedals for guitar or for bass, but for anything, for a mix, an entire mix. I think distortion can save your life, and it's very it makes things alive. So let's listen with this bass without the defacer. Okay, looks like the bass guitar, because I think the bass guitar was already treated. I, of course, don't remember how, but it was treated. Definitely. Okay, let's listen. So I can put the defacer first. I mean, I had the defacer because I need more distortion on this track. It's crazy. Let's listen to it with and without. Just the bass. Yeah, yes, it's definitively need more destroyer sound, more distortion, definitely. So let's listen very fast to this second track. The sound is rising from the beginning to the end. At the end, it become very, very, very loud, and I like it. So let's listen from here. Okay, first let's listen to it without plugin. So I only have 2 plugins on this one. It's kind of fuse pedal emulation and this SSL equalizer. Okay. Okay, the sound been already, the bass had already been treated. So I think with pedal at the time, I don't remember. Maybe with my DS1 Boss distortion, very high level, I don't know. But let's say with and with that sound, I don't remember. Okay, this way. Okay, I think when I turn the fuse off, it sounds too much like heavy metal thing. You can hear the riff too clearly, and with the fuse on. It's more. Then you have 3 tracks of percussion. Let's call it like that. First track. with a panoramic kind of helpful thing, but it looks like this sounds was pre-recorded, pre-treated because there is no plugin in it. Okay, this is kind of a hi-hat with reverb, and I just had this graphic EQ on it. And finally, okay, now you have this very cool loop. It sounds great. It's very cool. And I put it on the auxiliary here with free plugin. I mean the free loops goes in this auxiliary with a lo-fi. I love this lo-fi. It's a stock plugin that came with. Merci Ben. That come with Protools. So if you have Protools, you have this lo-fi plugin and the rectify too. And I just had the limiters because it's going too loud, I think, at the end especially. So let's hear the loops with that lo-fi and rectify. Actually, it's very, very subtle. But I think it had something. It had some bass, and I don't know if I put it on. Maybe it's because I like it, and I had 50% of noise because, as you can hear, there's not enough noise in this piece. So it's great. In that's all. And I have a master track with a bunch of stuff. Okay. Oh, I had it recently actually. This equalizer from Bias. Okay, and I have reverb directly on master track. Why not? And a little compressor. Okay. So this is the intro for his Monsters project. Now. I can save it because it's not so bad. Now we'll listen to the actual first track. All the time I call it Etude because I think I really don't have a title. So let's go and open Etude 1. Yes, save. So couldn't play well, okay. That's because I use the streaming service, and so yeah, it's gonna be difficult. It will take times to open Pro Tools, actually, to open the project. I hope I will open it. Please. Of course, when I will re-edit this live, and I'm not sure I'll open it. Or maybe it can't because of a resolution. What a fuck shit. Okay, what I need to do maybe it's to return full screen here. Not this one. This one. What's happening now is that I asked Pro Tools to output from the streaming service virtual interface named Ecamm audio interface, and it looks like Ecamm audio interface doesn't support 48 kilohertz playback. Pretty strange. So now if I try to open it, no, it's the same. Okay, I have to change my playback engine here. And I hope I can find a way, because it sounds like a big problem. Sorry. Okay, let's try to open it right now. I can open it, but my problem is to be sure that you can hear it. Maybe I can try to use, because now if I play it right now, it will not hear it. Okay. I can hear in my headphone, but not you. Damn. Let's try to change playback engine right now. I mean on the fly. And then to see what it says. Cross finger. Looks like it don't like it. Doesn't like it. No. Okay. Shit. Oh, I mean, you can hear it. Okay. Great. So, to finish for today, let's have a look to this first actual track. Actual track. It's pretty long, so we'll not listen to it entirely, because it's I think it's around 12 minutes something. So let's listen to the beginning. Start very, very, very quiet.
Kanojo no ultra machinery na 3撃ロム生物系統の
Okay, you can hear the actual voice of Kenji Siratori. And it's very funny, because as time as I really don't understand anything he said at the time, I cut the phrase randomly, and maybe, I don't know. But so I have his voice here, and let's try what is happening after that. Okay, this one is very spooky. Yeah, it's as you can see, there is not so much track too, but again, in this track, I think most of them are pre-recorded and pre-treated. Let's try for the first one named Ambiance 1, and I think. Okay. I really don't know where this came from, really. And just a driver, I think. Yeah, I love this plugin from Native Instruments. It's a distortion with filters, very high resonant filters, so you can really have this kind of sounds. Love it. So yes, this loop, this ambience is not a loop, it's something in here you have a loop, I think. It's more industrial loop. And it looks like the loop change is not the same here. Maybe this thing came from a very old sample. Now we call it sample pack, but at the time you bought some CDs with loops and noise, and I remember one especially named Distorted Reality, something like that. I think it was from East West publisher at the time, and maybe this loop came from that, or maybe I built it. I don't remember. Maybe we will find some session where I work it on the folder, but I'm not sure about that. So we have this loop, this over loop, I think. Yes, and this one. It's the same of this one. Okay. So now here another ambient. Oh my god, this one, it's crazy, and I call it ambience. Crazy. I had problem at the time, really. So yeah, this is it's Kenji voice, I think.
HIV スキャナー形状の脳髄宇宙にケミカル類人猿の爬虫類ハブする
I love it. And I think on this track I just had FX maybe.
HIV スキャナー形状の脳髄宇宙に得体ジャンクな感情レプリ
Not really. It's very strange. Maybe the plugin disappeared. No. Okay. I have FX and I have pan stuff too. And finally, I have some bass again. I was so in bass all the time and distorted bass, I think. Yeah. Now I remember where this thing came from, actually. So listen to this part. Okay. You know what? I love it. I love it. It's great. It's not so easy to listen, but when you have a good pair of headphones right now and you listen to it, it's not so. You feel many things when you listen to this kind of music, kind of very noisy music. And about the bass sound, I think I was really influenced by one super group at a time. I think I can find the CD and show it to you. So just wait a minute. Okay. I have this project by John Zorn and Mike Patton and Trevor Dune and Joey Barron on drums. So it was just Mike Patton on the vocals, kind of screaming kind of vocal. Trevor Dune play this kind of really heavy distorted bass and great Joey Barron drums. So there is a series of many CDs with this band and with sometimes other musicians. There is also a record with choir, and this kind of very heavy and noisy music, but with beauty in it. Really beauty in it. Sometimes I think it can be difficult to understand that in very aggressive and noisy music you can have some beauty. I think there is some beauty in ugly, you know what I mean. And this project was about that. And so, what time is it? Okay. Just half an hour live. Maybe we can stop here and be back tomorrow. I think at the same at 10:30 Paris time for another episode. So let's be back to the folder to see over stuff. Okay, be back to the screen. Okay, so we just hear Etude 1 and the intro, and I think tomorrow we'll see Etude 2 and Etude 3, and then all this interlude. There's an interlude 1. I don't know what is this Forester. I don't know what it means. I don't remember anything about this thing. The outro, and also the interlude. And maybe only the cello session can be very fun. and all his voice. I remember I did some voice myself also. I remember now that Kenji sent me English translation, and maybe I said the text myself in English. Maybe I translated in French also. I don't know. So it's very fun for me to be back to this project, and of course, for the moment, I think it could be very easy to mix it and to remaster it and to make it more modern sound. But I don't know. It's very, very difficult to work on this kind of excuse me. It's very difficult to mix this kind of music, of sound, because there is so many frequency. There's so many noises. So noises, it's all the frequency. So to mix it and to it's quite difficult. So you have to find in this chaos. You have to find the little sounds and the little micro rhythm or kind of melody you want to be in front of your mix, and it's very difficult, but yeah, it's great to do, and it's very exciting. So okay, let's say it's okay for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for 3 people. Thank you for to Ben Jacquier, who is already here, is always here, and it's great. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment if you're interested by this kind of thing, and even in a replay, of course, I will re-edit and put it on the YouTube channel, and I think it can interest many people that could be interesting in sound design, mixing, and noise music, and all this kind of thing. So thank you very much. See you tomorrow for continue to exploring this strange music I did in the past. I was so more adventurous in the past. Okay, and I hope it can be we can release it. I think I will like it much to have I imagine a vinyl with this music. Okay, thank you very much, and see you tomorrow. Bye.